This is News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Say it every morning, it's what we do. Good morning, Nonstop News starts right now. We are the only TV station in town commercial free. It's on the top of the hour. We got you covered from everything you need to know when it comes to the weather. Jeannette will walk you through the forecast. 23, by the way, for the bus stop is
not good.
Brutal. But first, let's get a check of the roads with Joy. Joy, you got all kinds of things happening this morning.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of ice here and there still. Not on our highways so much, but just in odd spots. Even our own parking lot this morning got some ice, so just still be mindful of that. We are also following an accident here on the east side, 410 northbound at South Cross. I am seeing a delay forming in that area. We have one lane blocked because of it. And then photojournalist David Mendoza live in Sky 4 bringing us this. Good morning, David.
Down for you here. So Fairhaven and Medical on the northwest side, right by I-10 and Medical, they're still dealing with a lot of ice issues out there. I also had the chance to check out that accident on 410 northbound near Rigsby Avenue. That appears to be a disabled vehicle that is partially blocking a lane, causing that delay. Right now, though, I'm checking out an accident at Wetmore and Wurzbach Parkway here on the northeast side, trying to navigate some airport traffic right now to get a little closer and get a better idea of what's going on, but we do have a police presence. Good news is we already have a tow out there. This was being reported as a high-speed accident. Give me a minute. I'm going to try to get closer. I'll let you know what this looks like here in a minute. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And we can already see it looks like we've got one vehicle off the road there. So yeah, lots of things that we're following now this morning. It's no surprise that things are getting busy. We've got a lot of the schools back in session today, so kids are out there. Everybody's getting back to work. Those of you who had yesterday off for the weather. We do also have some construction on the upper level of I-35. That's northbound from I-10 to Brooklyn. That's the latest. We'll check in again with David in a moment for hopefully some more details.
All right, guys, thank you. Things are starting to look better. That is the good news. There could be, as you heard Joy talk about, there could be some ice in some spots, but it is very cold outside. That is the story of the morning. Christina De Leon is live with more details on if, unfortunately, you do not have power this morning or the heater's not working, where you can go to warm up a little bit. Christina, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. You know, with these colder temperatures, a lot of us just wondering if we put our trash out, maybe where we can go to stay warm if you don't want to crank up that thermostat, or what is open if we want to go out and just get some stuff done. We're going to break it all down for you here. You know, all city facilities and departments are returning back to normal schedules. So if you have any city business, the offices, they're going to be back open today. And trash, you know, that's going to be collected today if you've got it all piled up. So if your trash day is today and you have city services, you can put that bin out. It is going to be picked up. Libraries back open to normal too. If you've been cooped up, you want to go somewhere. And if you need a place to go or you want to socialize, you want to go out somewhere, the city has a lot of senior and community centers that are available during the day where you can stay warm. It is free. You can go say hi to some people, just get out of the house for a little bit. And residents can call the city's Community Connections hotline. The number is to dial 210-207-1799 for the latest updates and cold weather resources. You can go to the websites as well at sa.gov/cold weather, or during business hours, call 311. There's more updated information there too. As you mentioned, overall, we are pretty much gonna get back to normal. We're gonna get above freezing today. It is cold, but we are getting through it, folks. We're getting through it together, and hopefully we are gonna get back to normal as far as the hours go. I know the city is today. Reporting live downtown, I'm Christina De Leon. We will snap back to you.
All right, Christina, thanks. 12 minutes before 7 a.m. Many districts will be going back to school today after being closed yesterday because of the weather. The biggies included Northside, Northeast, Judson, SAISD, all open today. Little note on SAISD, they are pushing back their start time for students to be there by 2 hours. Also open, Harlandale, Medina Valley, Bandera, and East Central ISD. Now, there are some schools on the outer ring that will be closing. Blanco, Comfort, Harper, Ingram, and Kerrville ISD all closed today. Schools on a time delay, so pushing back their start times as well, just outside the city limits. Bernie, Hunt, and Goliad ISD, the best advice here, do check with your school district to make sure that you are going in the time where it is designed to start. Well, folks in Bonham, Texas, that's just north of Dallas, are mourning the deaths of 3 elementary students who died in an icy pond over the weekend. The school district sent a letter to families yesterday telling them about the news. The local fire department says they'll be releasing more information on this case later today. We also have more information this morning about a man who died yesterday in a wreck along Highway 90. Police say 34-year-old Miguel Martinez was working on a disabled vehicle on the side of the highway when he was hit. We brought you this information, exclusive pictures from Sky 4 yesterday morning during our morning show. This was near Couples Road about 6 a.m. Police say the driver had been cooperating with investigators, but again, the man was hit and killed while he was just working on the side of the road on his car. We are still waiting from the ME's office to find out the exact cause of his death. If you are traveling around Texas over the next couple of days, TxDOT is telling you to go to the website to check out conditions ahead of time. It's TxDOT.org. North Texas still covered in snow and ice, so if you are headed in that direction, make sure you are prepared to be driving in that kind of weather. Also happening today, the pretrial begins in the WOAI case for Councilwoman Ivelisse Meza Gonzalez. She was arrested in July of last year after an SAPD officer reported that she was drifting across lanes along I-10. She refused to provide a breath or blood sample, and that typically triggers a 180-day suspension of her license. She kept hers, though, when the officer failed to show up for a hearing in November. We will be there in court today and have the very latest for you throughout the day right here on 4. Also happening today, big changes finally happening with Southwest Airlines. Southwest is changing their seating policy to assign seating after decades of getting to choose whichever seat you would like. The new policy takes effect on all flights starting tomorrow. And speaking of flights, according to FlightAware, things getting better at San Antonio International. As of right now, 12 flights were canceled this morning. If you are flying out of San Antonio today, be sure to check with your airline on the flight status.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
More dangerous cold this morning. That's why we do have this extreme cold warning. This runs until 9 this morning. Expect freezing temperatures in these areas until then. We'll slowly get above freezing as we continue through the morning. By 10, we'll likely be in the mid-30s. And then at noon, temperatures climb to the upper 30s near 40. Across the area right now, teens and 20s. 23 in town, 19 in New Braunfels. Some spots on the far north side of town in the upper teens. Out west, Del Rio, 27. To the east of us, it's 20 in Cuero. So no matter where you are in Texas, you are going to need to dress in layers, dress warm. Temperatures look to stay below normal all week. We're talking the lows and the highs. Here's a look at the high temperatures for the week. This afternoon will be in the upper 40s. Tomorrow morning, mid-50s, low 60s Thursday. Tomorrow afternoon, 55, and then Thursday afternoon, 61, mid-50s Friday afternoon. Then we'll see another cold front coming in, and that's going to knock high temperatures into the 40s this weekend. Now, freezing temperatures at least the next couple mornings and nights. Tonight, tomorrow morning, we're in a deep freeze again with temperatures in the 20s. By Thursday morning, closer to 32. Friday morning, we're above freezing, and then behind that front, those low temperatures do fall back into the 20s. We'll see another Arctic blast coming in. However, the worst of that will be east of Texas. Across the state right now, some clouds increasing from the west. Little disturbance right now moving from Arizona to New Mexico. That's going to continue to drift east across that North Texas as we go through the day. However, that's mostly just going to bring clouds, and we'll see the clouds increasing here later in the day. Across the country, not a lot of unsettled weather to track. There is just a bit of snow downwind of the Great Lakes. There goes the cloud cover sweeping across the central and northern part of the state. We'll be on the southern edge of that cloud cover here. Clear as we go into tonight. Clear skies tomorrow morning. Mostly sunny throughout your Wednesday. And then clouds roll back in on Thursday, increasing clouds out ahead of that next front that comes in on Friday. Very little to no rain with the front. Here's round number 2. Another Arctic blast that will be moving across the Midwest and then eventually towards the Northeast. And that tracks farther south towards the deep south heading into the weekend. That's going to scrape northern and northeast Texas, but the worst of that will stay off towards the east. Another very cold morning this morning. Temperatures will be in the 20s until 9. And then we're in the low to mid 30s by 10. By 11, mid to upper 30s. At noon, close to 40. This afternoon, we'll get to the upper 40s. Forecast high by 4 p.m. of 48. Once the sun goes down, after 6 this evening, temperatures tumble into the low 40s. And then after midnight, of course, it gets extremely cold. 29 to 55 and mostly sunny tomorrow. Notice I do have a 10% rain chance on Friday. Nothing more than areas of mist or sprinkles. Next Monday, a 10% rain chance. Here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones. Don't unwrap those pipes just yet. You're going to need them wrapped up over the next several days. Here's the extended for the Hill Country. One more, the extended forecast for the eastern zone. Stay warm, folks. Stay safe.
All right, live again from Sky 4, photojournalist David Mendoza now above that accident we were talking about near Wurzbach Parkway. Let's go ahead and turn it over to him now that we have a better view of what's going on. Hi, David.
Hey Joy, yeah, we just got pushed out of there because of airspace, but we did have the chance to see it's a 2-vehicle accident on the southbound lanes of Wetmore at Wurzbach Parkway there on the northeast side. Unfortunately, we are going to have someone transported. The southbound lanes of Wetmore are partially blocked due to first responders. I will leave you with that. Drive safe, have a great day, and back to you.
All right, David, thank you. So again, in this area right here, Wurzbach Parkway and Wetmore, looks like Wetmore is what's being affected more by that. We also have a crash on the east side, Loop 410 northbound at South Cross, 1 lane blocked because of that. And then downtown, the construction on the upper level of I-35 northbound from I-10 to Brooklyn. Everywhere else, not seeing any major delays outside of the ordinary, but remember on our side streets and in our parking lots, there is still the potential for some leftover ice. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
Okay, before we get out of here, and Jeanette's here at the desk with me because this is cool. This is her friend. Everybody's friend, America's weatherman. Look how different he looks. Al Roker celebrating his 30 years at the Today Show later this morning. And as you would expect, NBC will be throwing him one heck of a party. So tune in, the memories, the laughs, some surprises as well, coming up on NBC right here as we go off the air. And we have had the chance and the honor to work with Al over the years several times, Jeannette for sure, including last summer when NBC sent Roker to Kerrville for special flood coverage. It was part of Roker's Lend a Hand campaign. It wasn't just me. Jeannette talked to him as well. He raised millions of dollars for the area. He's raised millions and millions of dollars with this Lend a Hand campaign now for, I can't remember, 20 some odd years. Yep. Your impression of him is?
Oh, he's exactly what you see on camera. Just a super nice, giving guy. So congratulations, Al, 30 years.